As we all know, data visualization plays a major role in data analytics, machine learning, and artificial intelligence. There are several machine learning packages like Matplotlib, Seaborn, Plotly, etc. Most of the times, the data scientists use Matplotlib or Seaborn packages. So generally, I get questions from subscribers or the participants, even when I do corporate trainings. People used to ask me that which library is actually better, whether Matplotlib, Seaborn, or Plotly. So you will be getting answer for that. Also, we will try to compare Matplotlib, Seaborn, and Plotly in the upcoming videos. So this video is completely about Plotly, the power of Plotly. So for that, first please try to install Plotly package, pip install Plotly. So when you run it, you can see that it shows like installing. Just because I have installed it, it will not actually show requirement already satisfied. I may be getting it. So you can see that the code is still running. So when you try to install, it may take some time. Do not worry about it. So I have done it. So already it has been installed. So I'm just commenting it, right? So now let's proceed with Plotly. Plotly.express as PX. Plotly.express is high-level interface for creating common figures. Plotly.graphobjects is lower-level interface, which can control the figure. Pandas for data manipulation. NumPy for numerical operations. Matplotlib inline could be helpful for the people who is working with Jupyter notebooks. So these two are the modules we are trying to cover now. And the plots we will work on line, bar, scatter, pie chart, histogram, box plot, violin plot, etc. Right? So this is going to be an amazing session to you. How you need to look into the video. Please open Google Colab or Jupyter Notebook. Write the code along with me. You can pause the video for now. You can write the code, run it. In case if particular piece of code is not working, do not hesitate. You can put it in the comments. So definitely I'm here to help you out. I can help you to solve the issues. But learning is really important. If you do not mind, please subscribe the channel, like the video if you really love it, because definitely that is going to be a driving factor for me to create more videos. So let's now continue with this. So for this, I have taken a data set which is like a stock data, which is being provided by Plotly, and I have stored it in df_stocks. So I have displayed the first 5 rows. You can see that there is a column of date, Google, Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Netflix, and Microsoft stock prices we could see here. I could see 2018 data here, but definitely there are more data over here. We will be exploring it. So let me try to do with Facebook for now, right? So in the x-axis, I have taken date. In y-axis, I'm taking Facebook. You can see that this is the plot. I'm getting it over here. What is the name of this plot? Line plot. Is line plot advisable for this kind of task? Yes. Whenever we use time period, time, date, year, it is always advisable to go ahead with the line chart. So that's why I have taken this. So you can see that what is happening, right? So when I move the cursor, can you see the data over here? This is basically interactive data visualization tool. So don't you think that it is amazing? Because it is basically interactive, right? So whenever I move it, you can see that, right? 0.71. So here you can see 0.96, it is increasing. Here you can see it is more, 1.123, right? So according to the months, right? April, then you can see April to July, what is happening? Then July to October, what is happening? It gives you more clarity about it, right? So now I have shown it for single company, right? FB. So in case if I want to change it for AMZN, which is nothing but Amazon also, it would be actually working fine. So I can run the code and show you so that you can understand what is actually happening. When I run for Amazon, can you see that there is a change now? Now, for example, I want to do more charts at the same time. I want to analyze about Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, everything, right? The title, you can give it like a Google versus Microsoft, and even you can change it like versus what we are trying to do, Amazon versus FB, right? So when I run it, I would be getting the charts for all the 4 companies, right? The first one, green, stands for Amazon, you can see. The next one is red one is Microsoft, you can see. The third one, the third one blue, that's Google. And the fourth one you can see for Facebook, right? Amazing. So in case if I click on this Google, what happens here? It gets disabled. You can see now, right? You can see Google data is not there. For example, Amazon, if I disable it, we are getting it only for Microsoft as well as Facebook. I hope it is clear, right? So now in case if I want to enable it, again, I can click on that. You can see that it is getting enabled. So the next step, what I am trying to do right now, I'm creating an empty figure, that's go.figure, empty figure, and I'm tracing some lines. Tracing is nothing but lines, right? For the companies like Apple, Amazon, and here I want to give it like a line. Here I'm trying with a line and markers. And for Google, I'm giving line, markers, and also I want the color to be dark green, and how the dash should be with a dot. And I have given some title also like a stock price data 2018 to 2020. So you can see here 2018 to 2020. So now I'm getting these 2 plots. So let me run it once again. Let me see whether I could see all the 3 cases, right? Yes. So the red one stands for Amazon. You can see here for Amazon what I have given, lines plus markers. So that's why I'm getting with the markers also. Then blue one is Apple, right? So what I can do here, again here, I'm trying to study the stock prices according to the dates or over the time period, right? That's why I'm going ahead with the line chart now. At the same time, you can check for multiple organizations, multiple companies, right? So let us now go ahead with the bar chart. So for this, I have taken some other data set, which is tips data set. So here total bill, which is numerical, float, tip, float, sex categorical, string, smoker, day, time, also string, and size is again numerical, it is integer. So let me try for bar plots now, right? So let's see how this is actually looking like. So if you see here, I am passing the data tips, and then in the x-axis, I have taken sex column. In the y-axis, I am considering tip, and the color, I want to give it like a time. So time data, if you see, it is like a dinner as well as lunch, right? So here, whatever I'm getting is lunch, red color, and this is for dinner. So let me see how the female is giving the tip, right? Female, you can see dinner time, what is the tip? And then here, if you see, the tip value starts from 3 up to 3 and 2.5. You can see that. You can compare it for male and female, right? So likewise, what I'm doing here now, in case if I want to go ahead with bars next to each other, here, this one I have stocked it. So now if you think that that is not clear, and if you want to do it like a discrete bars also, we can do that. So comparatively, female, dinner time, you can see that the tip is been more, and here also you can see. So now in case if I want to customize it more, right? I want to customize it more. So what I'm doing over here, I have taken another data now, that is Gapminder, right? I have pulled out the data set, that's Gapminder. And here I have the data for population. and I'm considering the year 2007 and where it is more than this number only, right? I'm just giving some condition. I'm filtering out the data, I'm filtering out the data for countries in 2007 greater than this. So you can see here, this is the data, I'm getting it over here. Now I'm just going ahead with the bar chart, and the y-axis I'm giving out POP, x-axis country, and then in case if I want to give some angle also for the text, right? Otherwise, what may happen, the text may get overlap. So I'm giving like a tick angle equal to some angle, means you can see that it is getting rotated. So what is the inference I can get over here? If you see POP in y-axis, country in x-axis, and then you can see that what else I have passed it over here, POP only. So which has been the highest, you can see like a country, China, right? So this is like a bar chart. You can see the result on the top also, right? The value on the top. Along with that, if you move also, you will get to know about the value. So in case if you do not give the color dimension like this, right? Color dimension, if you do not give it, what will happen? All the bars will be of same color. If you want different colors, you can pass the color parameter. So remember, when to use bar chart, if you have one categorical and one numerical, we can go ahead with a bar chart. Previously, we have discussed about line chart. When you have time data along with numerical, then line chart is advisable. The next one, scatter plot. Scatter plot always helps us to study about the relationship between two numerical attributes, right? Two numerical attributes. So if you see here, I have taken sepal width as well as the sepal length, right? So now you can see here, what is the correlation over here? So the correlation, the highest one is like this yellow color. So you can see that 4.2 and 5.5, right? So what is the purpose of this heat map, right? When to use this? Whenever you want to study about the correlation. You can see 3.8, 7.7. Here you can see 4.4, 5.7, right? So wherever you want to study about the correlation, you can go ahead with this heat map. The next one is about pie chart. So here I'm using the same population data set once again. These are the different continents I have it in the data. So I'm considering this continent as well as the values and the label as well as the percentage. So you can see an amazing pie chart right now, right? Africa, 36.6% you can see. And what is the least one? You can see here. Here also you can see the least one, right? Oceania, 1.41%. So when to go ahead with a pie chart, if you want to display in percentage, it is advisable to go ahead with a pie chart or donut chart. So let us now try to study about the numerical data distribution. When I want to study about the numerical data distribution, we can go ahead with the histogram. So very simple, px.histogram. I'm passing the data frame. I'm considering the total bill according to the gender. So if you see here, what is the spread of female data as well as male? If you see here, right, this blue one is female, right? Female minimum starts from here and the maximum is over here. But comparatively, you can see that male is giving more tips, right? The same thing I can display it with the help of histogram also. If you see here, more tip is actually given by male only, right? Total bill, right? 48 to 49.9, and you can see that here the data is actually more, right? So if you consider this, we are just talking about the total bill, not about the tips. Please try to understand the data set name is tips. We are trying to study about the total bill. The total bill is paid more by a male than female. Let's now try to study about the outliers. For that, it is advisable to go ahead with the box plot. In the y-axis, I have considered tip according to gender. Again, if you try to study, You can see female, the outliers are like no outliers, right? We are not able to see here. But here you can see how the data is spreaded, right? The outliers, if you see, we are not able to see anything. Here also, if you see, we are not able to see any outlier, but you can see the spread of the data, right? A very less number of people has given this tip, right? Only 1 point we could see. Here very less, right? But here you can see that the points are being crowded. So more than 6 are given by very less, right? So only 1 point we can see here. So let us now go ahead to study sex data by day. Day wise, if we try to study about it, you can see there are a lot of outliers, right? So if you consider Sunday, comparatively, we can see that what does this red stands for? Male. Male is giving more tips, right? You can see that the range is more. Sunday, who is giving minimum tip, that is again female. Likewise, if you compare almost in all the cases, we could see that male is giving more tip, right? That could be obvious, right? So then I am trying to add standard deviation as well as mean also over here. So you can see with the mean as well as standard deviation also we can visualize here. Let us now try to make the violin plot. Very simple, px dot violin. So now you can see that here the data spread has been more. Can you see that? The data spread has been more for this particular region, right? So this is what we can see over here. So if you compare the violin plot again, like in both the cases, right? Yes or no, which basically tells us about smoker, right? Smoker and non-smoker. If you compare it like no, yes, smoker, right? In smoker, male, right? You can see that the tip is been more when you compare with this. Likewise, if you see here only the tip is actually more, right? So what does this width talk about? There are more data. If the width is more, there is more data. So now in case if you want to study about three variables, 3 columns, then we can go ahead with the density heat maps. Here I have pulled out a data set from flights. So the sum of passengers, you can see yellow color, which means that it is more than 1000. You can see here, right? 1064. So we can also make a 3D plots with the help of Plotly. That's amazing. Can you see that? Scatter plot. I could also make a scatter plot, 3D scatter plot over here. Right? So that is what amazing. Right? Also, the scatter matrix also I can do it with the help of it, right? Which is really amazing. Like you can see the 3D one. Month we can visualize, passengers, year, all the 3. Let me show you the code. Px dot scatter underscore matrix, passing the data frame, color is equal to month. Right? You can see month, January, and here for all the months we could see year wise, month wise. So we will get more clarity about it. We can also add the grids also along with this, right? Facet grids also we can add along with that. When you do the histogram, we will come to know whether the data is normally distributed or not. Px dot histogram. If you look into the code, it is not really tough, right? But the inference part you need to think about. You can see Sunday, if you consider this one male, right? The data is actually more. So already we got an idea about it, right? Comparatively, male are giving more tips, male is paying more bills, all that we have already seen that, right? So now we could see the power of Plotly. What all we have explored is like a violin plot, box plot, bar plot, line chart, a scatter plot, a correlation matrix, right? So this is the power of Plotly, which can be an interactive visualization tool. Now you can take a call whether you are comfortable with the Matplotlib or Seaborn or Plotly. Keep supporting the channel. I could see that there is a very good improvement in the growth of the channel because of your support. Keep supporting. Kindly subscribe the channel, like the channel. Please help with this link. I mean, like you can share this link with your friends so that they can also learn more, right? It's not only that you have to learn, we should also make others to learn. That's really important. Thank you so much.